Mm. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Today, Fridays are my favorite. You want to know why? Because I love talking about healing. I just marvel in it. It's like this. It's not fun doing. No, sometimes it gets in the nitty gritty and you kind of don't like it and it sucks and all of that. But I love talking about it and I love sharing about it. So and I can pull whatever and the messages come through. Well, this was my message on my post-it note this week. I got healing and I put healing the hand you're dealt. So today we're going to be talking about healing the hand that you're dealt. So we are all dealt certain hands in life, through all through our lives, all through from the beginning to end, we are dealt something, right? But time out. I got a quick story. Two things. Actually, yeah, one's going to be really quick and one's going to be like 5 minutes. So you might have to, if you want to get to the healing part, you might have to skip a little, just maybe 5 minutes. But first, before I got on here, and I was fixing my camera and I was laying everything out, I heard the song Sugar Sugar. And I was like, what the heck? And I started singing, oh, sugar, sugar, dun, 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 dun. And I heard it in my head and I was like, where the heck did that come from? And so I went and looked at the lyrics. And so that is a message for someone. I was just, when I read the lyrics, I was just like, I'm not diving deep into that because it was, I'm clicking off of the lyrics because I was looking at them before I started because it caught me off guard. It just came out of nowhere. And the only music I listen to in the morning time is like kind of upbeat techno music because I'm working out and that's what is usually playing. Or I'm listening to um, chanting and sound waves and sound bowls and chimes and flutes and drums and some like that stuff. That's what I listen to. So where that came from, I don't know. I do not know. So and I had ringing in my left ear before that, so I was just like, what is this? This is a message for someone. So I'm putting that out there. So that was the quick break for that. Now I'm going to tell you um, about this wonderful before we get into it today. So I'm going to go. Ooh, I'm going to show you the cards. Where they go? Where did I put those cards? Oh, I threw them right here. Okay. So we're gonna rewind to last night. So at nighttime, I do like yoga, like gentle yoga, and I have some tea and I read, and then I after I put my kids down, I have tea and I read or I write or I journal, whatever. I was called before in my shower. I was called to actually pull. I have this deck. This deck right here I use for as a tarot deck, but I use it to connect with like um, my ancestors or like the archangels, my spirit animals, deities I work with. Anything that I work with is in this deck, and they are all. I sat down and connected who showed. This is interesting. Who shows up? This is a new one who showed up last night, and I just cut the deck, and he came up. The king of staff, king of wands. So it's someone new who wanted to show themselves, right? So I was called to pull that out. So I pulled it out, and I pulled three cards. One card came out that came out the day before with them, and so it's an Egyptian background, the Hathor, and so I was just like, okay, and then another one came out, and who came out? It was someone else I knew. It was let me look at my book. It was who showed up with them. I don't know, but someone showed up. It was I know who you know who it was. It was actually I did some early on in a lot of my spiritual journey. I did a lot of shamanic work, and when I went to the lower world, I have a guard, and he's a stone. He's made of stone. I call him the Stone Man, and he showed up, and I was like, okay, he's here. She's here. He's here. Okay, so very protective energy. And then I had a new card show up. And I was like, okay, I don't know who this card is. And so they wanted me to figure out that card. So I figured out who that was. And I got it, and I understood it. Well, and I had it, and I tried to channel their message, what they wanted from me, right? So I did that. And I I sometimes I get on YouTube and I listen to I also listen to like I said, I also listen to binaural beats or meditation music or something before I go to bed or while I'm reading. And so I was strolling looking for something, and all of a sudden this weird thing popped up. This lady popped up. Never seen her in my life, actually. You know what? Where's my freaking phone? Okay, I'm gonna write her name down in my description box because I never came across her before. Well, but her title popped at me, and it was only 8 minutes, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this, and it talked about if you wake up between if you're like a person and you've been waking up between like 2 and 4, it is the time for you to do your creative work. Well, one of my creative works has been that I'm doing. I have 3 creative blocks that I'm working on, and one block, my writing block, writing block, um, I kind of couldn't write anymore for that, so I started writing for something else because I have 2 different things I'm writing for. So I started writing for that because that was easier. But I know they want me to write for this other thing because it's something that I need to deal with. And I know I have a block there. Well, it's there, but I'm blocking it. I knew I was blocking it. So her message was like, if you are waking up, it is your time to connect to the spirit realm. They want you to connect with them. Use that time. It's quiet in your area. The spirit realm is even though everyone's on different time zones and other people in the world are up, but in your area where that veil meets you, that time is the time you need to get up. So, mind you, it was like 2:38. I woke up and I said, I'm not getting up. I'm going back. I went into the bathroom. I used the bathroom. I peed. And I came back and got back in the bed. By golly, I woke back up at like 4. And I was like, really? So they really wanted me. Because she said, do that project that you need to. And the first thing she said, write that book that you're supposed to write. And I was like, oh my gosh, they are sending me a message. So I woke up, I grabbed my book that I was supposed to write with, and I picked it up and I went and sat in the living room, and I closed my eyes and I just sit there and I meditated for a little bit. And all of a sudden, what I needed to write started coming out, flowing. And the way I thought I was supposed to write, not the way I was supposed to write. And then all of a sudden, I had all these other things pouring in, and I start getting ready and start prepping stuff for my kids in the morning for school, like at 5:30. So I look, it's like 5:45. I was like, okay, I'm going to get up and start getting ready and start doing, stuff for that. And I'm going to put this down. So I got to write for like an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. And it was nice. And I had some meditative time in between there. So that was nice. So that was a message for someone. But that's not the end of the story. I get to my room and this area right here, and I'm sitting down, and I actually sit down to actually I'm actually just grabbing something because I'm not going to stay over here and do any work. 'Cause I don't do anything until my kids are gone off to school. And so, but I look down on the floor and I have 2 cards. I don't know where these cards came from. I'm going to show you something. This card right here, I don't even have this deck anymore. I gave this deck away over 6 months ago. And when I give my decks away, I actually go through the cards to make sure every single one is in order and every single thing is there. Evidently, the person who has this deck hasn't noticed because they haven't said a word to me about it. And on top of that, I have it, and it was on my floor. It was sitting under my chair. I don't know where it came from. This was on the floor. And then this card, I had gotten these cards. They were like $10 in this little box, and they were like a Kickstarter. And I wanted them because I used to scrapbook a lot. And I did, when I had taken a tarot class last year, because I always try to do some kind of tarot class or something. And one of the projects was building with the tarot and being creative with it. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to build a scrapbook with it because I used to scrapbook. I'm going to do that. And so I got this deck so I could put different things in it. And I didn't do every single card. I only did cards that would come out that week. And this card didn't come out. This is the Page of Swords. It says the mini sewing book. And yes, I used to sew as well. So I was like, what is going on? And they were laying on the floor together like this. And I said, okay, this one's more important. This one overshadows this one because it's bigger. And so I got the message that when I'm going into this message on, this is a message for myself and a message for the collective, because it was here for me this morning before I did this and to give this message. If you get anything from this, and I haven't even started the freaking message because I'm over here talking. Oh my God, 10 minutes in. I'm so sorry. Is that healing the hand you're dealt, keep things close to your heart. You know, as you heal, keep some things close to your heart as you learn new things, because this page is curious and it goes out and it wants to know things and it wants to learn things. So some things when you're healing, and because the Pentacles is very practical. Yes, it could be money, but Pentacles don't have to always be money. They also could be things in this world. As you're working on things in this world, like for me, as I'm working on my book, I keep it close to my heart. Don't put it out there quite yet. And no one knows what I'm writing about because I haven't told anyone what I'm writing about, right? So that's for someone. Keep things close to your heart for a while until you found out everything you need to find out about it before you jump into things as you're going on your healing journey. So maybe you have decided on this dealing with the hand you're dealt. So say that the hand you're dealt is, and this is just a quick example of how it works with these cards, okay? Say that, example, that you're dealt the hand of abusive parents, right? So before you take action or do anything and I don't know why I said that one, but to let people know and go all the way out there, keep it close to your heart and find out more information to help you move out of it quietly. Because sometimes parents are not the greatest at, they're not. I'm a parent, and sometimes I wasn't the greatest at things, and I had to recognize that. I had to learn that. That's one thing I had to heal. That I can't control everything. I wanted to control everything. I can't control everything. That was one thing I had to heal and learn from. So, but I'm just saying, some parent, while you're trying to maybe get away from parents, who may, and I'm talking about maybe they mentally, brought you down all the time, and you want to just you don't want to be in their life anymore. And you're an adult. You don't have them to be in your life, but keep it close to your heart and work through how you want to work through it, and find out how you can, do it peacefully. What is the best course of action for you? Okay, that is the message. Okay, now my message was we're going to start here because my guides wanted to work with us today, and if we get someone new, I'm ready for that. So we're healing the cards that were dealt. So if you think about the cards you're dealt, think about the cards that you're dealing with right now that you were dealt, and you're like, oh gosh, this sucks, right? It's something that you're dealt, like you were dealt the cards of living in poverty, right? That's a card you're dealt, and so how do you deal with that card? Or you're dealt the card of being abandoned from your parents, or dealt the card of being, you know, woo, we got a lot of fire energy. Okay, one more. We're getting one more now. Okay, so right now, I think Merlin's out here. That is so Merlin? So Merlin's out here. I know Merlin. Yeah, Merlin's out here. Who is that? She is somebody. I don't know who that is, and I don't think that is anyone I know. I'm looking down. I got an ace of. Okay, who is that? Okay. And okay, so we have Merlin. We have Merlin. We have Oshun. Merlin and Oshun's out here, and I don't know who. I don't think these other two. No, he. That tells me two things. You guys, if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, I have those are, yeah. So we have Oshun and Merlin out here. I'm taking them away. That's who's here today. So Oshun, power. Merlin, power. And the craziest thing about Merlin is I just started watching a show yesterday with Merlin in it. It's called Cursed on Netflix, and I was called to watch it. I was like drawn to it. Oh, I'm getting chills when I think about it. So that is the energy. Those are the two people who have shown up today, Oshun and Merlin. Those are my two. Now, these other two that are out here, they are unknown to me, telling me two things, that this is the energy of the collective of two different things. One of them is an Ace of Wands, and which I'm not, I will, because they told me to. Dang it. And the Emperor. Okay, so I'm keeping them on their separate things. So the Ace of Wands, Oshun is working with that energy, with that, it's those passionate new beginnings. She helps you start things that you held back for so long. And it's a get later. Okay, so to me, we're gonna go with this Ace of I'm gonna say Ace of Wands, even though it stabs. This Ace of Wands is the card you're dealt is not having the opportunities to go after things that you're passionate about. Like, so the card you're constantly dealt in life, you don't have, it's hard, I want to say it's hard to have those passionate new starts. Those new starts, there's a flame there. If you look at it, that flame, it's like, and you see that smoke, it's like there's a flame, but it burns out quickly, because that's what happens with, smoke comes through. It's smothered. Whatever that passion is, whatever that is, when you get it started, it burns out quickly and it doesn't last. And that actually happens a lot with Ace of Wands. If you're if you're getting a new start, if I was getting a new start, I would prefer an Ace of Pentacles, truthfully, or an Ace of Swords, or an Ace of Cups. The last one is the Wands. The reason why is because it can burn out quickly. It can. So it's my, as you can see, it's my least favorite ace. It really is. And one of the things you need to recognize with this, with these, the cards you're dealt, and things not, when you're trying to start things off and they're not working. And I love that she showed up for the staffs as well. I love that she showed up because it's the Queen of Staffs. This is Oshun for me in this deck. This deck is based on my stuff. But this is Oshun. So Oshun, it's very powerful, but she's very delightful. And you can kind of see there's also water behind her, which, she connects with the river sometimes and stuff. But she, as you can see the slide, it says, feel your feelings. Feel what you're passionate about. Go in there and feel what you want, and keep feeling those feelings. Don't smother them. Kind of like that opportunity I got with my book to, I started it, but I let it burn out. But I needed to feel my feelings. And once I did, oh my God, there's so many things that clicked in it. There's so much more I can write right now. I can go sit down and keep on writing because so much stuff clicked during that time. And it was because I needed to come sit with my feelings quietly without any other energy around me but my own. Right? And so it's getting that cleansing energy where you cleanse the area, and like freshly you've taken this fresh, taken a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower, or just you've been out in nature. Because I actually, for a second, I saw get out in nature. So you've been outside, you've been, you've gotten the clean energy of the earth and the trees and things around you and the animals and the birds and all of that. You've gotten that clean energy, and now start that passion again. After those moments of cleansingness, I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Go and tap into that, what you want to start, what you're passionate about, what you want, how you want to connect, what kind of that new beginning that you are wanting, that has a flame underneath you. Tapping into that. Okay, and I'm gonna get another message on the Sacred Traveler, and then I'm also going to get tarot from another deck to see anything else you can do with that energy to help you keep that flame going, because we are looking at dealing with the cards you've dealt with. And so whatever you're starting, maybe you become unpassionate about it because you're like, one of the things is like, I need to put this out here. I need someone to invest in me. Well, okay, that time will come, but I think there's other things you can tweak that you can do, like writing, so for me, like writing more, or if you're like building a program, or if you're building some kind of project, having more samples. So say, I don't know why, but it made me think of sewing. So you make handbags, I'm always getting into someone making skincare products. You make more. You do it so you have a variety. You have a lot. And so when you do have someone that comes in to back you, you're like, you have a variety, so that they can see, oh wow, she is really, or he is really putting in the effort to their craft, to their work, right? And they see how far you come without any financial backing, and that was just one example. Or even like not believing in your idea, and needing to find someone who supports your idea, or believing in yourself, where you have to do self-love. So you yourself is enough to believe in your idea. Okay. Because maybe say the card you was dealt where is, you were beat down by so many in your life that it kind of made your self-worth and your self-value diminish, and your confidence. So what you have created, you don't feel confident in it. because of that hand you were dealt of coming across people who you're a reflection of them. They put their own insecurities onto you. Okay? And it says, wise leader, you are a beacon for others. So your message, whatever it is, whatever you're working on, take that. Take me saying that you're a wise leader, that you are a beacon for others, and that you are supposed to get this out there, whatever it is. Keep building this. This is something you're supposed to start, something that you're supposed to be doing. Okay? So that's the message. Even though you're dealt this hand of maybe not having financial backing, maybe not believing in yourself, just any of that, you take, remember these messages are general. They are based on some things that the cards say, some things that I say, some things that I've experienced, what I get from download wise. Okay. And we have Two of Cups. So I feel like this is someone coming in, offering, and if you look, it's that eight that makes that eight. You know how it makes. Oh, these also remind me of sperm sometimes. They do. I'm just saying. But it makes that infinity symbol, like it. You will always be supported. But to me, that says you'll always be supported by the universe. But again, it's a cups as well. So maybe it is you're not believing in yourself because it says feel your feelings. Okay. And you need someone to that acceptance, that Two of Cups, someone giving you that offer of acceptance. And I think at first it starts with yourself. Okay. Interesting enough, on the bottom, we have a freaking Three of Cups. I don't know why I was told to look at it told me to look at the bottom, and so I did. And so you go from, you got Two of Cups, and then we have Three of Cups. So it's like you're building on this, you're building on your emotions, like working with yourself and accepting yourself brings in someone else to help you, and then celebrating all of that energy together, which is a 3. And freaking the Empress is on the bottom, which she's a 3. So, yeah. So double 3 Ascendant Master message. Okay. Oh, you want me to get... Okay. So they're saying there is an Ascendant Master working with you. Like Ashun is here. But if you don't resonate with her, I'm about to pull another one for that one. And then we're going to go over here to the Emperor. Isis. Which, yeah. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So that whatever even if you're manifesting and maybe it's not, you feel like it's not working. Nothing's happening. It is. Stay focused. Don't give up. Stay focused. That is that message, final message for that Ace of Wands. Okay. So that's the hand dealt with the Ace of Wands. Now let's look at the hand we're dealt with this Emperor. Okay, this Emperor is my Merlin. He's a 5 of Cups. So to me, and it was interesting when I saw this, because when I was thinking about Merlin, I thought about him last night, and this card didn't come up, but I was thinking about him for some reason, and he showed up today. And in this, it's like Merlin's thinking, and even in the show, Merlin is thinking about how he has effed up. Like, oh my gosh, I can't go over there. Oh my gosh, I've done all this. I've messed up. He's not seeing that there is this other, he still has an opportunity to fix something. He's so regretful of how he did things, because the show is based off Merlin later, after King Arthur and all that. And like, he's like, I effed up, and the whole sword situation, I messed it up. And he was just like, he's over it, and kind of like having this one true like Emperor, like, and that is the hand you're dealt with. That Emperor is, you always, to me, that Emperor is the hand you're dealt with the Emperor is you're always having, remember I talked about control, that came up for a reason, because it's, the Emperor is like, you've always been, the hand you're dealt of is always have control, Don't have that passionate side that Ace of Wand brought. Always have control of yourself, or had a controlling father, or the hand you're dealt with is a controlling father, or a controlling men, and someone in the relationship that's always controlling. That's who wants control and wants order. That's what I'm getting with the hand you're dealt with that. And the regrets how you didn't see it, and or how maybe even you showed up and wanted to control things and showed up in that way. And now you're regretting how you showed up. But you always can change that. You don't have to stay like that. That's the thing. That's what healing's all about. You can heal that and you can change that. You can show up differently in the relationship. That's why this Five of Cups here. You know, so what? It didn't work out in the past. You messed up. Who cares? Heal and change that, right? Okay. Yeah, because this Ascendant Master that came up over here, I don't know why I'm pulling this first, but I did. It's Paul the Venetian, and it says experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I don't know. I felt kind of drawn to that message. Like, oh my God, I just got a wave of inspiration, and I'm sharing that, and that's what the collective is supposed to do. As you get these waves of things, as you let go of control of things. Remember, it's something that Emperor wants to control all the time. And we have to let that go and, have grace for ourselves. Just like you have grace for others and you forgive others, you have to do that for yourself as well. That's a big message. Big, big message. Big message. And I don't even have to get an inner child healing for that, because that one was, the Emperor was so straightforward. He was. I will get a Sacred Traveler one for you, though. And I'm going to pull some tarot for it, too. And then I will get some closing messages. Okay. All right. So this Emperor, solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So, again, if you look on her shoulder, there is an owl. So getting that wisdom, like the wisdom from the universe. Remember I talked about that wonderful message I got about sitting in silence and that cleansing energy, and then you getting messages, right? Because you're sitting in silence, and your messages will come in and they will flow in better, where you're not trying to control them, right? Because they're straight from the universe, and you're in that energy of receiving, and you're in this, you're not trying to control the message. You're just letting whatever comes in, and then you're using that to share with others, to let go of control, to let go of control of others that others have brought to you, or control of yeah. I don't know why I thought, dude, I don't know why, but when I saw this Agent of Pentacles, I don't know why I thought of the number 7, and then underneath it was 7 of Swords, and I was just like, oh, well, that's why. This Agent of Pentacles is actually a Knight of Pentacles. So it is. The Knight is very, they take their time. They're very wise. They're very trustworthy. They also can get in that idea of perfectionism. So they could be, this sword is underneath there to give you that warning of when these messages come in. Yes, it's good to get all your stuff in order and to make sure everything's together, but don't like, if you look at what they're doing there, it's self-infliction, and what you need to see, because there's an eyeball there too. What you need to see is, you have to see that you slow yourself down when you're like, no, this isn't perfect. No, this isn't perfect. Like if I got on here and I was like, oh my gosh, my hair, this piece is like this and like that. Or if I was just like, oh my gosh, my calendar is crooked, or the sound's not right, or the lighting's off, or the da-da-da, all of that stuff, I would never get anything done, because I would need to control everything, and you can't control everything. You have to let that go. Oh my gosh, this one's all about the hand you're dealt is that you feel like you have to be in control. I am getting it. I freaking am getting it because I'm called to. I feel like the reason why some of you, the reason why think you need to control everything of what you create or bring into this world or the message you're getting is because you had no control of things in your childhood. So yeah, we have calling for higher protection. And when you call in this, if you look at the higher protection, which is interesting enough, that is the reason why I pulled out this deck. Because this, not only are all these my ancestors and deities and my archangels and my spirit animals, all of these also protect me. Right? So I have so sometimes that's what like calling something extra in. And you know what you can do, and you can simply just call on the creator to help you. Call on that. You can call on remember Isis showed up, calling on Isis, calling on Oshun, calling on Merlin, calling on pollination, calling on higher protection. So whatever you resonate with on calling on higher protection, where you feel like you're out of control and you don't have control, you calling on that, because it also says take off the mask. So because you had to be in control of everything all the time, you're constantly wearing these false masks. And I'm bowling this to childhood because you either had controlling parents or a parent, they were very controlling, or you didn't have that. And that's mine. My control comes from not having the structure growing up. I didn't have the structure, so I created the structure myself. And when I created it myself, I created it so much that I would be this Knight of Pentacles. Everything had to be perfect, or I ain't doing nothing, or and self-sabotage, right? And that's that energy, okay? That is what's coming up. What we're going to finish off with, yes, I got to call Kirch and everything. We're going to finish off with some personal power, okay? And I'm called to get the personal power book out, and I'm going to, whatever message comes out, we're just going to take it and we're going to read it, okay? And I'll read it, I'll give you my 2 cents, and then I'm going to read from the book. That's what I'm called to do. Okay? So, well, we can't take all those. We only want 1, maybe 2. Please and thank you, guys. Okay, they gave me 1. What do we get? I am happy. I love that. Look at that. And you're saying, I'm not happy. Look. Sending you some happiness right now. There you go. Smile. Tell yourself you're happy. What are you happy with? What is something you're happy with? Are you happy that you're breathing? Are you happy that you woke up this morning? Are you happy that you have electricity? Are you happy that you have a warm meal? Are you happy that you have cute animals? Maybe you have pets. Are you happy because you have children? Are you happy because you get to go outside and breathe fresh air? Right? Are you happy because you got to snuggle in your bed maybe on the weekend and watch your favorite movie or watch a show you've been wanting to watch? Or you're happy you got to go hang out with friends? There's something to be happy about. You just have to choose to do it. That is my message. Now, the message from the book is this. It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you're doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about. Yes. Many spiritual gurus have said that happiness comes from within and not from external factors. Many of us on the pursuit of happiness, but shouldn't happiness be the pursuit? In other words, being happy Happy is something we have the power to choose to be today, right now, and not one day when things around us change. Life is unpredictable and unexpected. So, how great would it be if we could truly be happy along the way, no matter the circumstances, no matter the cards were dealt, no matter my cards, so what? That's what I say with my cards. So what? I got those cards. So what? What if what if we were broke and happy and sick and happy and alone and happy? I can take one of those because I'm one of those. I actually, you know what? Yeah. So there you go. You know, don't wait around to be happy one day. Focus on all that is good. Do more things you enjoy now and you will be so happy. You won't need your external circumstances to change, but then it just might blossom as a result. I love this message. Okay. You want some journal prompts from this? Because I love journal prompts. There's a couple I'll give you. It says, what does true happiness mean to you? What is your happiest memory? And let's go with, if you could be 100% happy today, what would you do? Okay. I'm leaving that message right there. I like that. And I might start doing that, ending us with these personal power ones, because we need that. We definitely need that personal power. And oh my God, I love that message. So yes, you're dealt some crappy cards sometimes, starting from childhood all the way until you die. Yes, but you get to choose what you think, what you are grateful for, what you are feeling. You get to choose, not anyone else. You do, not anyone else. You do. Okay? So take that and run with it. Thank you so much for being here. This is a pleasure. I absolutely love, if I could do, you know what? These are my favorite. These are my favorites. These messages are my favorite. Healing messages are my favorite. Guidance and opening doors are lovely things. And I think we all deserve those. That's why I do this. That's why I let my light flow through, because I want to share my light with the rest of you guys who are watching and that come across this. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Keep going on that spiritual healing journey, whatever journey you're on. Keep going. I'm constantly going on mine. Always, always. We'll never stop. It's this. It's a wheel. It keeps turning. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, sometimes it's in between. But you get to choose where you want to be on that. Okay. So I do these messages. I do other readings too, as you know, if you know my channel. And you can find any information about other readings I do on my website, and it's down in the description. It's just tonimarquardt.com, or you can email me too. It's toni@tonimarquardt.com as well. So that's my message. If you want to, you also can comment, you can like, you can do whatever. All right. You guys have a wonderful day and enjoy those cards that you're dealt. Take them with a smile. Right. Bye.